There's a moment in every journey, a quiet moment, when the pain stops screaming and you finally hear something beneath it. Not relief, not victory, not closure, but truth. A truth you were too wounded to hear before. A truth you were too overwhelmed to understand, because pain doesn't stop talking. Just because time moves forward, it speaks in echoes. It speaks in scars. It speaks in the places you avoid. And for the longest time, you weren't able to listen. But now, something has shifted. You've walked through too much. You've carried too much. You've survived too much to stay the same person you were when this all began. And now, you're starting to see what the pain was holding for you, behind the suffering, inside the chaos, beneath the breaking. There's a point in life where pain doesn't disappear, but it loses its power. Not because you're healed, not because you're untouched, not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because you've changed. The person who was drowning in the storm is not the same person standing here now, looking back at it. Something in you has grown. Something in you has hardened and softened at the same time. The kind of strength you don't see while you're fighting. The kind of clarity that only appears after everything else collapses. The kind of wisdom paid for with nights you can't even talk about. This is not the moment you rise. That comes later. This is the moment you realize you survived. And survival is not weakness. Survival is not luck. Survival is not the universe taking it easy on you. Survival is evidence. Evidence of something you weren't ready to recognize in yourself. It's evidence of the will you didn't know you had. Evidence of the persistence you didn't choose but were forced to discover. Evidence of the person you were becoming, even on the days you thought you were falling apart. Because pain isn't just a wound. Pain is a mirror. It shows you who you are, without the mask, without the protection, without the persona, without the story you tell yourself to feel safe. Pain strips you to the bones. Pain removes your illusions. Pain gives you the most honest version of yourself. And honesty hurts, because most people never meet themselves without the filter of comfort, but you did. And that changes everything. You started this journey thinking pain was your enemy, thinking trauma broke you, thinking loss shattered you, thinking the world took something from you that you'll never get back. But look at you now, really look. You didn't lose yourself. You found the pieces that mattered. You didn't collapse. You shed the weight that wasn't yours. You didn't break. You cracked open. Pain forced you inward. Pain forced you to confront the parts of yourself you ignored for years. Pain forced you to stop running and finally face the truth you were afraid to see. And now, you stand at the turning point. Not the end of pain, but the end of letting pain control you. This is the shift. This is the pivot. This is where the story stops being about what happened to you and becomes about who you became because of it. The world will look at your scars and see tragedy. But you will learn to see instruction. The world will see damage, but you will learn to see direction. The world will see what you went through, but you will learn to see what it revealed. Because pain, real pain, doesn't just break you. It refines you. It carves you. It sharpens you. It removes what was never strong enough to carry your future. Every step you've taken, every fall, every night you couldn't sleep, every moment you tried to hold yourself together, it was preparing you for the version of yourself you are only beginning to meet. This is the turning point, where awareness replaces confusion, where insight replaces chaos, where direction replaces despair, where strength replaces fear. This is where you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What did this create in me?" This is where pain loses its throne, where memory loses its grip, where you reclaim ownership over the person you are becoming. Not forged by comfort, not forged by privilege, not forged by ease, forged by pain, but not controlled by it, not defined by it, not imprisoned by it. You are stepping into a different chapter now, a different consciousness, a different identity. And as episode 10 approaches, you will see it clearly. Pain may have shaped you, but awakening will carry you. Forged by pain, but now, finally, formed by truth.